Attention on this channel. We've got an important message. All observations and opinions shared here are for educational purposes only. This content is intended for adults. Viewer discretion is advised. Be advised that any individuals mentioned are not intended to suggest involvement in any crime.
Case by case, got the fire.
Ha!
Yo, you wanna talk about true crime? We start with the data flows. Digital footprints meet criminal defense, that's how this story goes. This channel's all about online evidence, the stuff they overlook. From live stream chats to deleted posts, it's all in the true crime book. My goal is to provide insight for the attorney in the darkest hour, to find the proof that can make a case or break a criminal's power. So whether you're a lawyer or a PI, we're diving deep in the mess, exposing misconduct and hidden truths to get to the very best leads. We break it down case by case, on the trail of the facts. We show how digital evidence changes case outcomes, we on their tracks. No rumors, no gossip, just the evidence clear and concise, shining a light on the shadows at any cost or price. What do we do?
Case by case.
What's the motto? We're here for the victims, the ones who were left behind. We're here for the families, giving them peace of mind. We follow the paper trail, the digital footprints and the timelines, connecting the dots, we're reading between the lines. We don't just talk theory, we show you how it works in practice. We're here to help you stay ahead of the curve, to get a new analysis. You think you're in charge, but we're here to find what matters most. We're giving a voice to the voiceless, like a digital ghost. Digital ghost, digital ghost. We break it down case by case, on the trail of the facts. We show how digital evidence changes case outcomes, we on their tracks. No rumors, no gossip, just the evidence clear and concise, shining a light on the shadows at any cost or price. What do we do?
Case by case.
What's the motto? From digital clues, the mystery, you wanna know the answers? We're dedicated to the chase, from the first look at the scene to the final resting place. We're here to find the answers, to give the victims their due. A true crime channel with a heart and a purpose too. We're here to build up, to expose the truth, and to shine a light on the darkest of deeds with all our might. We're here for the truth, we're here for the facts, and that's it. We don't chase the trends, we just chase the truth and never quit. We let the past speak for itself, we let the facts lay the ground. We're just here to be a voice, a tribute that is sound. Yeah, it's all for the truth.
Ha! Come on, come on. Let's go.
Their thoughts for you, yeah. Won't kiss the ring. Yeah. Ha. Come on. Let's go.
Hey, hello, happy Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I guess it is. Welcome to Case by Case. This is a special edition of the Delphi Vault. Oh, hi everybody. Welcome in. Do I? Today's not been a good day. I've been to the doctor this morning. It wasn't pleasant. Anywho, so welcome in everybody. I have no idea what we're doing today. Just kidding. No, I do have a presentation. I have a game plan, and I'm hoping that my partners in crime can help me along. But I knew the other day that since I had today off, I'm not going to let it go to waste. We're going to do something productive. Thanks, just Rhonda. So let me bring in my partners in crime, Quester and Fungi. Hello, hello.
We break it down case by case on the trail of the facts.
I love
Next time we're going to do the cold open where it's just me and Quester.
Perfect. I cannot wait to hear Quester sing.
He's going to do the rap, actually.
That's his forte.
I heard.
Get on it, Quester.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Quester,
Hello.
are you here?
Yeah.
Are you having a hard time responding to Quester, or is your name Terry?
Well, I don't know. It's just some voice changing item I can't get the hang of. Oh.
My friend Terry here is confused where you guys all got his name.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so since you guys really like bugged this shit out of me and forced me to come on here today, what are we doing today?
Wait. It was us? Oh, I think we're going to talk about people, places, and things.
Wait, didn't you have a whole presentation prepared, Fungi, for sunshine and shadows?
Are you fucking around with me? Are you screwing around with me? I'm sorry.
No, I'm screwing around with you for sure.
Oh,
I'm
thank
totally
God.
screwing around. Thank you, Angel Eyes, for being a member for 4 months. I'm absolutely fucking around with you. Yes.
Swear to God.
It was actually Quester who really.
He does get needy.
Quester really pushed the fact that we were needing to go live today. So Quester, what do you got?
Shock.
Yeah,
Who, me?
Who? Yeah, you?
he doesn't know you're
I
talking.
know
You're
not.
Terry.
I know nothing.
You know nothing. Okay.
I know nothing.
Will you take off the voice changer for a moment and just talk in double voice?
let me describe myself.
Whoa.
Oh Lord. Okay, no, guys, just kidding. We do have some shit to talk about. How about in chat, you tell us what you would like to talk about based on last week and what you saw last week and what we told you we were going to be presenting in the future. I have a whole ass presentation. And unfortunately, it doesn't include sunshine and shadows.
Because I'm a disappointment.
No, because I'm not up to speed on the solar eclipse of the world. I just don't. I let you guys take on the difficult tasks.
I just have my husband walk me through it, and then I feel like I know what I'm doing, kind of.
Okay, so let's see. Where did we leave off last week? I think I left everybody with a hook, line, and sinker of a problem in this case. And it's probably the one thing that I don't have added in here. Let me double check. Pretty sure it's not. Oh, here it is. Holy shit. It's right here. So, everybody, if you are a Delphi case follower like we are, how many of you, except for Indy Cindy, who is thebomb.com, caught this? Because we've spent, I think, 6 months on this fucking timeline with Betsy Blair, Bridge Guy, the description, the man on the platform, the comings and the goings of all of the people, and not one of us caught this. And then just recently, the amazing Indy Cindy brought this to our attention.
Indy Cindy's amazing.
And it says, close to the end and still in the trees as Rayleigh Voorhees and Bree Wilbur and the other 2 girls that made the 4-girl group are leaving the trails. They're on their way out. Their photography session is over. They've taken the photo at the bench at 126. They took the photos at the trail back there by the Monon High Bridge. They took a picture on the Monon High Bridge Bree explained that the picture that she posted of the Monon High Bridge that says back meant I'm back, because she had just been there a few days before, and she was letting all of her followers know that she's back at the Monon High Bridge. But they're leaving, and Rayleigh Voorhees says, all right, and you said that you probably got to the opening of the trail, and I'm paraphrasing here because, the questioning here is not specifically detailed. So I'll read it the way it's written, and then I'll do my best to ad lib. All right, and you said that you probably got to the opening about 2:15. Rayleigh Voorhees. That sounds about accurate, yes. And when do you remember giving a statement to Steve Mullen on February 15th of 2017? Was it at school? Yes. Now, I have to remove this. Sorry, guys. It's going to be a pause in the commentary because I have too much stuff uploaded.
Apparently, Four Pits is doing your caricature today.
He is. I hope it looks.
Oh boy, yeah. That I wasn't really sure if that was good or bad thing. Ooh.
I hope I don't look crazy. Just and Four Pits, put me hugging a really mean, aggressive pit bull in my arms. I used to rate, like, Four Pits will get this. Me and my aunt, when I was growing up, my aunt used to raise Dobermans, and my aunt is the one who taught me how to train, how to breed, how to deliver puppies. We used to work with a company called Buckeye Canine. You can look them up. They're right here locally in Columbus. And that's how I learned how to raise animals. It wasn't just dogs back then. My aunt was like my mother. She taught me all kinds of things. So but it was Dobermans that was my first love when it came to dogs. And so Pitbull, if you're going to make a caricature of me, please make it appear that I'm hugging a vicious pit bull. Even though I know pit bulls are not vicious.
Give it anime eyes.
I like animals who, like, I have a Yorkie, God love her, and she is so jealous. Like, she will go jugular with one of my cats if they come up on the bed when I'm asleep. It's like she's so jealous, and it's so funny. And I'm like, Breeze, you have to learn to share. And she's like, God damn it, no, they can't be up here. You're my mom. Like, I love it. But anywho, make sure it's a great picture. Thank you, Trinity.
Good stalling.
I'm not stalling. I'm looking for. Good Lord, I'm in the wrong file.
Dude, I bought you all that time, and no.
I'm sorry. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, just let me tell you right now, we are not on a time schedule today. This is a.
So sorry.
No, don't say sorry. Normally we don't have the option of being what's the word? Frugal and relaxed. Normally we are on a time schedule and we have to get A, B, C, and D done. What we're doing today is kind of like, let's just go with it.
What are we doing today, Amy?
Okay, so do you want me to show you? I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Okay, well, here, let's just go right here.
I know.
The Monon High Bridge. Let's talk about that. On February 13th, 2017.
Is it a Monon? Is it a high bridge? Is it high?
It's a pretty tall bridge. Hey, Indy Cindy, member for 10 months. Thank you. Love you. Girl, don't stress yourself. I know you have a lot of stuff. and you're so detailed, and I love it. And I apologize if I don't respond every single time I get an email. But I do read them. So the Moan on High Bridge on February 13th. Let's just set everything else aside that we know, okay? And I'm talking about the aftermath of the girls being found and all of that, because I feel like not enough attention was focused on the before as the girls were arriving. And don't get me wrong, I know that Quester and Fungi and I have gone over 1,000 times the phone data, which some people want to disregard and act like, oh, that's so stupid and it's not going to do Rick Allen any good. I'm sorry, but digital forensics is something that is more concrete than some of the other things that we have going on in this case. So the digital forensics matter, and so do the witnesses who were approaching law enforcement right after the girls went missing, who gave statements, and then for whatever reason were kind of like set aside. Or for whatever reason, and this is the category that I find myself in, for whatever reason, opened a can of worms to a place that law enforcement didn't want to go. Again, this channel is about speculation. It's about openness to different theories. I'm not saying that we believe in any one theory or we believe in any one person being guilty in this case. We have laid a magnitude of different scenarios out for you, and it's up to you to pick what you use to go with your gut that you feel makes more sense. So let's just start on this special episode of the Delphi Vault with the Moan on High Bridge itself. And we know what time Abby and Libby, we could beat our heads against the brick wall and do a questionnaire and ask you, what time did they get there? What time were they dropped off? Which way did they go? Where were they at such and such time? Where were they at 2:05 when we know there was an empty bridge photo? And where were they at 2:07 when there was a photograph of Abby on the bridge? And neither one of those photos exist in the phone or the Snapchat data or cache or anywhere, except for the fact those photos appear to be screenshotted by someone. Let's just pretend that those facts don't exist, okay? What I want to talk about is once the girls went down the hill, once the video had been recorded and gone, and let's start with where I just started from, which was right here with Rayleigh Voorhees. She claims that she saw the man that she describes as matching the description of the image that law enforcement put out as the man on the bridge. She claims leaving the trails, she saw him at 2:15. And let me just double check that I'm pulling up the right screenshot of her testimony, because it's important. It matters. Okay, sorry. I have a crap ton of things here. I'm sorry, but I'm going to find it and I'm going to pull it up. Bear with me. I don't want you guys to feel like, oh my God, this live is dragging. You know, she doesn't know what she's doing. No, I do. I just have a lot of things in my files. So
If we always need to, I have videos I can just share in filler. They're nature videos. They're beautiful.
No. I pulled it up last week, which is frustrating. I should have just pulled it all in here, and I didn't. Damn it. Well, for everybody who was on the live last week, you know that I showed it. I showed you exactly where the testimony was and where Rayleigh Voorhees said that she saw the guy at 2:15. Hold on.
Valence and
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm just going to do this.
Okay, I was just going to read something off the chat. But...
No, go ahead. But I have it. I know where exactly I can get it.
Critical thinker. First, we're gonna. Sorry, she cut in front you in the queue. I'm just giving a warning that I am Team Amy, and I'm the petty friend that will defend her behind her back. So y'all know when you see me acting up, and very generous of you. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Anyways, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Valence and Liberty. Hopefully I'm doing that right. Amy, I don't mean to be negative at all. I have known people to lie on the stand, so we can't believe all that was said. It's true. But the issue is that the Court of Appeals assumes that all this is fact. So
critical thinker, stop it. I love you, girl.
Yeah, me and her were kind of
warning that I am Team Amy and I'm a petty friend. Oh my God, I love you. Thank you.
We were
at the moment, I cannot pull up the exact excerpt from Rayleigh Voorhees' testimony. Indy Cindy, I have multiple emails about, and that's where I pulled it from, to be honest, is Rayleigh Voorhees' statement about the 2:15 viewing and Bree Wilbur as well. If you are listening, if you could resend that so it would pop back up in my queue at the very top of my email, that would be great. So, with that being said, what I want to talk about is we have now, please, one of you send me that excerpt, because there is no way in hell that a man, I don't care who the hell he is, we know it's not Rick Allen. We know it's not Rick Allen's car on 300 North. Period, point blank, end of story, done. We've gone over the vehicle, and for everybody who thinks that the vehicle is not important and we're just blowing smoke and we're just gaslighting everybody, wasting time, let me say this. That car on 300 North that the state claimed was caught on the Hoosier Harvest Store camera and the state claimed belonged to Rick Allen is the hinge to this case. If you believe that that car belonged to Rick Allen, then you have to believe that that car parked at the Hoosier Harvest Store empty lot, and that a person got out of that car and walked to Freedom Bridge and entered the trailhead. So let's take a look for all of those, Erica, Prof, It's a New Day, all of you people who want to ridicule real research. Let me show you why it's important that we decipher who owns this car. Was it a car that Rick Allen owned, or was it not? So, give me a second. We're going to back it up. What time did this car pass the Hoosier Harvest Store camera?
Did you want me to answer?
No, I have the answer.
Oh, okay.
This black car that they claim is a Ford Focus that we should all just fucking move on past and stop talking about all of the reasons why the identification of this car doesn't matter. But let's just take into account, based on the state's story and the research that we've done here on this channel and the research that we have acquired, April, aka Critical Thinker, who has gone out and spent hours on the trails, driving, walking, timing, going back, redoing, and adjusting, just so we can bring it to you here live, because we don't do any real research here on Case by Case. Let's talk about this car that the state shoved down everyone's throat at the trial, which started at 1:27 and 39 seconds p.m.
Do you want me to share my screen? I have it up.
I got it. It's all timed out and it's fast forward, so we don't have to waste a whole lot of time on it. But
Okay.
1:39 and 39 seconds, or I'm sorry, 1:27 and 39 seconds is when you are told the black car that the state has planted on a video. Well, I'm sorry. They've given you a screenshot of a car and they're telling you it's from a video and it's from this time. Okay, here it is. Car passing. This video starts right at the moment this car is passing the Hoosier Harvest Store camera. Again, write it down. 1:27:39.
It's not on the screen.
Huh?
It's not on the screen.
I haven't clicked on it yet.
Sorry.
That might be why it's not on the screen.
Quester's like, bitch, just get on with it.
I'd like to hear him say that.
He would
I'd
not.
never say that to Amy.
He would never say that to me. He
Say it
would
to me,
not.
though.
He's such a gentleman. I love Quester, aka Terry. Here we go. And just remember, this car, not on camera, not documented by anyone, is going to pull into a empty lot, says no one but the state, and we're going to go from there. But pay attention to the timestamps. I cannot stress this enough. Pay attention to the timestamps. You have to pay attention.
What? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
I'm going to mute you. Okay, wait a minute. Do you see how fast that just went? We're making your life easy. But the car has already passed the Hoosier Harvest Store camera, has turned into the CPS lot, parked, and now they're walking out in the wide open. It's fast forwarded, but the time's not affected. Just pay attention. AKA Bridge Guy is walking down 300 North, entering the trailhead by the Freedom Bridge, walking up to the mezzanine, walking into the trailhead. Walking towards the non-hybrid. Now, look at the clock. Look at the clock. We are not even close to the bench where the 126 photo was taken, but we're walking towards the Monon High Bridge. And it's sped up, but the time is still the same, if that makes sense. We are approaching the Mears trailhead right here. You see the sign on the left-hand side. This is showing you when a Snapchat photo was posted at 1:41:44, posted by Libby. Girls take another photo in the car at 1:43:49. Okay, so right here is where Betsy Blair would have stopped because of the barrier. This is when the trailhead had been redone. So at this point, this is the area where Betsy Blair would have been standing, and the bridge guy would have continued on. Think about that. So the state wants you to believe that the person who drove the black car let me back it up. The person who drove the black car and parked at the CPS building, who's walking towards the Monon High Bridge with a purpose. Don't let the speed of the video fool you, because the timing is not changing anything. The BG guy is walking towards the Monon High Bridge. I fast forward that way too much. Sorry. Whoops. I fast forwarded it too much. Sorry, guys. Ugh. Let me back it up. Sorry. So this is BG walking towards the Monon High Bridge. He's walking, he's walking, he's walking. Now, let me stop right there. So on the bridge right here, this is the bench that Doug Rice, right here. This is the bench that Doug Rice claims the 126 photo was taken. And I have another video that I posted of me and Julie out here on the trail where she's describing that Doug Rice and Rayleigh Voorhees were out here on the trail, and Rayleigh Voorhees showed Doug Rice what bench they took the photo on at 126. However, the trail and the benches are different now. And where this bench is, there's no green roof in the foreground of the picture. But according to Rayleigh and Bree Wilbur at trial, their photographs, they claim to show in the background there's a green roof, which would be the Mears Farm roof that helped them designate where the photo was taken. So we have a problem with this. Okay, right here is where the Mears trailhead is. Right there. That's the Mears trailhead at 140. Do we know? No. And you're right. You can't see shit in their pictures. But what they testified to is what matters. In post-conviction relief and in the direct appeal, what they testified to is what matters. And they're claiming in their testimony that the bench picture that they took, there is a green roof in the foreground. I mean, they can attempt to change their story now, but that's what's on the record. Andy Kopsa, thank you. $141.44. Abby and Libby are still in the car. There's a Snapchat photo loaded from Libby's phone. That's in the phone data at 141.44. Another photo is taken in the car at 143.49. Okay, now remember, this journey that we have just been on is the supposed journey of the man who drove the black car, parked at the CPS building and parked, got out and walked, and has walked this entire trail. He has now reached the Monon High Bridge as Betsy Blair is seen returning from the library at the 146 and 22nd mark. Please decipher those two things. The visual that you're looking at is the man who the state wants you to believe parked at the CPS building and walked all the way to the Monon High Bridge. And as he's approaching the Monon High Bridge, we still have Betsy Blair passing the Hoosier Harvest Store camera at 1:46 and 20 seconds. Now we are the man standing on the first platform, like the state wants you to believe he was there. Like Betsy Blair testified, he was there. 1:47. Now let's go back. Let me see if I can pull it in. It's not the same one. Jesus. Hold on. Here we go. So this is the cross-examination of Rayleigh Voorhees. Okay, and that you saw the man you believed, the bridge guy, about here at 2:15. Is that right? And Rayleigh Voorhees is out of the witness box on the floor in the courtroom with a pointer pointing to the area on the trail where she claims that they saw the bridge guy. Okay, and you saw the man you believed, the bridge guy, about here at 2:15. Is that right? Yes. Okay. And that is 2 minutes after 2:13, right? Yes. Okay. And Mr. Mullen, had you draw a map when he spoke to you on February 15th to do you recall that? Yes, I recall. And you put a time down that you saw the man on the bridge? Yes. Okay. Have you seen that since then? So we go back to the video. We go back to the video that we were just watching, and we know that Libby's video started at 2:13 and some change. So if Rayleigh Voorhees' testimony is that she saw the man at 2:15, what does that tell you?
The times aren't adding up.
Really? Betsy Blair right now is passing the Hoosier Harvest Store camera, returning from her 30-minute trip to the library. BG is already approaching the first platform, according to the state. Now we're going into other areas of the case. Hold on. So Betsy Blair passes the Hoosier Hardware Store camera at 1:46. It's a 33-second drive from the Hoosier Hardware Store camera to the Mears lot. She pulls into the Mears lot. She pulls up. She parks. She starts her walk. I'm giving her leeway. I'm giving her extra amount of time to pull in, park, get out of her car, and start her third loop. So let's pay attention. So that quick after Betsy Blair parks, Kelsey German is supposedly seen on the Hoosier Hardware Store camera. So Betsy Blair pulls into the Mears lot, parks, gets out, starts walking on the trail, and right behind her is Kelsey German. Now remind you, 1:49:06 is when Kelsey is seen on the Hoosier Hardware Store camera. The state wants you to believe that's her car. We don't, and to be honest, we don't know when that white car actually passed the Hoosier Hardware Store camera. That car could have passed at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they just screenshotted it and said, this car passed at such and such time, because the state had that much leeway. But let's just keep things in order. At 1:49:06, Kelsey German is seen on the Hoosier Hardware Store camera. Let's back it up. (1:48:01). Now, let's be realistic. When this video was shot, the Mears family has the gate up so no one can pull in and park. So we have to allot for time for that. But back in 2017, someone could have pulled right in, ran right over this little munchkin right here seen on the camera, and parked
unnecessary. Wow, that was
no, she is a great model for what could have happened. She is showing us how, if the gate was open, how this vehicle who's doing these time runs for us could have just pulled right in and went right over top of her and pulled into the right and parked at 1:48:01. And then, so we're going to give grace to her, God love her, and her mother for going out here and doing this. We're going to keep walking, but thank God the gate was closed. We want to go really slow since the gate was closed. Now we're going to speed up at normal speed because, you know, Betsy Blair is a speed walker. So, turn left. Right as they turn left, 1:49:06, Kelsey, Her car is already passing the Hoosier Harvest Store camera. So let's subtract. Fungi, do the math. Are you ready?
Why me? I'm not good with math.
Really?
Legitimately.
I need
Okay, what math do you need me to do?
Okay, so here
it's gonna
we
take
go.
about 20 minutes though.
Let's be real. So we've got 148.01. Slow motion. Right here at 149 and 6 seconds, subtract 33 seconds.
So what do you want me to do with the 148.01?
No, don't worry about the 148.01. I want you to
subtract 33 seconds. Oh, I can do this part. Yeah, this would be 16 seconds or 1:16:06.
No, it wouldn't be.
Wait, no, wait, I'm sorry. Because this is the hour. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm confused. Sorry.
149.06.
Oh, 149 is the time. Yeah, sorry. I was sorry.
Subtract 33 seconds.
So minus would be something with 7, and then it would be the 2, so it'd be
1:48:33.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Okay. Now, subtracting 33 seconds is the straight on distance from the Mears lot to the Hoosier Harvest Store camera. That does not include any time for a white Bonneville to pull up alongside the backside of this Mears lot, stop, and let Abby and Libby out. So, Quester, what time did you say that was?
1:48:33. I was right this time.
Yep.
1:48:33. 33?
Yep.
Quester, you get to do the math from now on, okay?
Okay. Here's as close as I can get. I don't think I can move my mouse 1 second further. But 1:48:33 is Betsy Blair parking and starting her walk. We now have Kelsey German pulled up behind her. And I mean, Kelsey German has to literally kick Abby and Libby out of the car. Like, get the hell out. Go.
Did they do one of those
right now? Go.
They did one of those action rolls where they just she just coasts to it, like kind of like a rolling stop, and they just roll out of the car.
Yeah, we can't add in here any extra seconds for Libby, Abby, put on a sweatshirt, get in my trunk.
Here's a hug.
Warm up. I love you.
Don't forget to unplug your phone.
Huh?
Don't forget to unplug your phone.
What time was the phone unplugged?
1:48 something.
I need the something.
Hold on a sec. I shall consult the oracle.
When he says it like that, I actually believe him.
You fool.
Wait, what, where, who? Hey. Well, don't forget, Jamie, she's on the phone with her boyfriend this entire call ride. Why Abby and Libby look absolutely horrified. The windows are down and they're listening to Stone Temple Pilots. And the title of the song is
Can you say that one more time? Stone Temple Pilots? I'm pretty sure.
Stone Temple Pilots. That's who they're listening to.
I thought it was 21 Pilots or something like that.
It's what?
I thought it was like 21 Pilots or something like that.
Is it 21 Pilots? I thought it was Stone Temple Pilots, but it could be 21 Pilots.
I've never heard of Stone Temple.
How about we find out right freaking now?
It's 21 Pilots.
Let's just put ourselves in the mindset, can we?
It was 21 Pilots.
It was Heathens.
21 Pilots.
You want that?
When I get Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah, I was wondering what generation are we talking here? I don't.
Oh, okay. Because
Amy.
Sure. Yeah.
Phone was unplugged at 1:48 and 12 seconds. So they must have been doing one of those pit stop ones where they unplugged it. They stood on the side of the car ready to jump, and then went for it.
I'm picturing like when you are in GTA and when you gotta like leave the car really quick while it's still in motion.
Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please
Copyright strike.
when you're sad and loose. You don't know that could be abuse. So I can see room of people who have rooms of people that they love one day docked away. Just because we check the guns at the door doesn't mean our brains will change from hand grenades. You loving on the psychopath sitting next to you.
Hi,
You
doing my best to
sitting next to you. You think I'd get here sitting next to you. But after all I've said, please don't forget. All my friends are
doing my best to negate any copyright strikes here. I'm just gonna do my best to help negate those.
Do what?
I was talking over it in order to do my best to negate any copyright strikes. Because, yeah, people are worried about that. And
I'm not worried about it.
I love you too much, though.
I get this shit all the time. I don't care. I don't care to monetize. I'm here for it. I'm here for the truth.
But I thought you were money hungry.
Oh, shit. Was I? Am I supposed to be?
Apparently.
Okay, hold on. Let me regroup. No, I don't know how to be that. My bills are paid. Sorry. Here we go. So Quester says 1:48 and 12 seconds is when the phone was unplugged. Oh shit. That creates a major problem. 1:28.
48.
No, I'm sorry. 1:48 and
33.
No, 12.
12.
Oh, it jumps. Hold on. 11. I got
They
11.
could have unplugged it before they got there, I suppose.
Amy, have you tried using the arrow keys?
Huh?
Have you tried using the arrow keys?
Okay, stop acting like I'm technologically sound.
No, it's just like it helps you go with little tiny increments if you like go up, down, or to the side.
Yeah, I'm hitting the arrow keys and it's not working.
Skill issue.
No.
Indy Cindy wants to know if you were pissed off.
Oh, it starts right there. It just speeds up right there. Okay. 1:48 and 11 seconds. The phone's unplugged at 1:48 and 12 seconds. So Betsy Blair is probably opening her fucking car door at this point, getting out to start her walk. Indy Cindy wants to know what, Fungi?
Oh, if you were pissed off when the BG video came out, so you couldn't put a paywall behind it.
No. See, I would have never, no, because I would have never thought to do such a thing.
I don't know. I've heard rumors.
Okay, please do not distract me mentally.
Fine.
Because my temper just really, my inner self is saying, let your integrity take hold and do the right thing. And I'm doing the right thing.
I will behave. I'm sorry.
Thank you. So 148 and 11, AKA 148 and 12. So Betsy Blair, God love her. We have Kelsey German, who's rolled in right behind her and is kicking Abby and Libby out of the car. I mean, Kelsey had to have thrown sweatshirts out the window. Like, get the fuck out. Go. Bye. See you later. Even though we know Abby had on a sweatshirt in the pictures on the way to the bridge. So here we are. Now, just remember, as we go through this, we have Rayleigh Voorhees, our start witness for the state, saying that she saw the bridge guy at the opening of the trails at 2:15 p.m. 2:15 p.m. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that?
27 minutes after the girls got to the trials.
It's not just that, but 2:15, the recording at the south end of the bridge.
The bridge guy video.
The BG video, the bridge guy video that we're all drooling over has already been shot and turned off. Yet the start witness for the state, Rayleigh Voorhees, is saying she saw the man whose description does not match Richard Allen. She saw him at 2:15. So who's on the bridge behind Abby when the 2:13 video starts?
Erica Morse. Someone just said, sorry. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I thought that was the answer to that.
Who is that? Now, and back it up even more. You've got Betsy Blair, and I'm not throwing Betsy Blair under the bus at all, but Betsy Blair was kicked to the curb after she reported what she saw, and she gave her rendition of a sketch. She was flat out kicked to the curb for 2 years. I believe they brought in Sarah Carball, who, like we talked about last week, claimed that I had drove back and forth, because I visit the trails all the time, and I was looking to see who was there. I drove back and forth. And ultimately, she said she testified to passing the Hoosier Harvest Store camera, the Mears Trailhead, 4 times, which means she would have passed the Hoosier Harvest Store camera approximately 8 times that day on February 13th, coming and going.
There's one little extra thing she said.
Huh?
There's an extra thing she said, which you didn't mention.
Uh-huh.
She drove past 4 times because each time she got to Mears lot was full.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
That's what she said.
All day long, 4 times.
Well, it depends on what time she went so past. Yeah.
She went this
Each
way
time?
once. She went that way twice. She went that way 3 times. Back a 4th time. Back a 6th time. Back a 7th time.
Seems legit.
Back an 8th time. So we are stuck with no witnesses on the trails, no cars that we were provided from the Hoosier Harvest Store camera, except for the ones that they wanted us to see, and to put the whipped cream on the sundae with the cherry on top, we have Sarah Carball claiming that the only reason that she knew that Abby and Libby were missing teenagers was because she got an Amber Alert. An Amber Alert that was never fucking sent out. Why? Because the girls didn't meet the criteria. Why? Because according to Tobe Lesenby at the time, the sheriff, they had done nefarious things in the past. And they had been reported missing in the past when they really weren't missing, which is why another case that I'm going to be covering that involves a law, a new law called Haley's Law, which originates out of Indiana, where a young girl was groomed, picked up, and taken out of state from Indiana and brought here to my home state in Ohio. She left a note that said, "I've ran away, don't look for me," which then gives law enforcement the excuse to say, "Oh, she ran away. We're not going to waste any of our assets looking for her." Haley's Law changes that. But because there's no Haley's Law in place right now, you go back to the evening when Abby and Libby went missing, they were throwing all kinds of excuses at the fan. Well, they might have went to the movies. Libby's ran away before. They were seen at the high school. Let me cancel the search dogs. It's going to get dark. We can't afford to put people in jeopardy out there on that terrain at this time of night. Here we are.
And then you've got the interesting little item about Becky saying and Kelsey saying that they tried to get hold of Libby's mother to find if they'd gone up to see her. How far away was her mother?
Her mother lived in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And there were reasons to believe that Libby had reasons to want to leave the Patty residence.
Yes, but if you work it backwards, they're asking the mother whether the mother had seen them. Well,
Yeah.
to have seen them would have meant they'd have had to leave. The girls would have had to have left home, 4 hours earlier
Mm-hmm.
to do a 4-hour journey to get there. That's by car. So what on earth was making them think they'd done that? That would have meant they'd left Becky's house, I think about an hour and a half before she did, to have been able to manage that. Very strange question, isn't it?
It is. So let's get into, outside of what the majority of people know, let's get into who was actually out there on the trails and why we only heard from a small portion of them. Who was there? Why were they there? And why are there no answers, Derek German? Why have we never heard from Derek German about his daughter missing? His daughter being a victim of a homicide along with her friend. Why? Well, Let's talk about Cheyenne and Shelby. They claim
Which
to be, huh?
Which Shelby?
Cheyenne and Shelby. What are you going to say?
I said which Shelby?
Shelby Duncan.
Oh.
And I left the E off of Cheyenne over here. Well, I didn't on purpose, but spell check did. Cheyenne, who testified at trial under the surname of Cheyenne Mills, claimed that she was out on the High Bridge between 2:50 and 4 p.m. with Shelby Duncan. This is a photograph of Shelby Duncan on the bridge by herself. This photograph, now somebody here can tell me if I'm wrong, but this tree to the left of her, if you are standing at the north end of the bridge and you're looking south, this tree is very prevalent to be growing on the left side of the bridge. So in my opinion, Shelby Duncan is on her way back from the south end of the bridge, returning towards the north. Do you guys agree with that, or am I wrong?
I concur.
Quester?
I think.
I'd have to check that tree.
Check the tree right now and give me a
Yes,
second.
boss. Sorry, boss.
Give me a second to have a potty break while you check the tree.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that just because, well, okay, wait, so she said that it was going to on the way back from the north or south end? Quester. Or chat. How about chat?
They're coming back from the south end.
I might actually disagree with that.
Yeah,
I think
I'm wondering about that tree.
Yeah, I think this is the south end that they're standing at right here. Yeah, I think that this is the south end they're standing at because I think you could see the river in the background a little bit down there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Final answer. I'm locked in. Wants to be a millionaire.
I think she's walking south.
Wait, what?
We disagree with you.
Really?
Well, okay, so I think I see. Well, okay, so you see that it's over the. It's. You see that there's like this open kind of space in between or behind that tree, and I think would that be where the water is, kind of, because you don't see the trees continue to go right there. So wouldn't that be where the water would be? And then if she's going toward the north. If she's going toward the south end, then this would make more sense because she's already crossed the water, probably. Because you can kind of see it on the bottom right, like that dark little area. I always thought that kind of looked like, where it went down to the river.
Okay, so you guys think that she's walking south?
Yeah, that tree that you can see is just past the just past the 1, 2, 3, 4th platform.
Oh, Quester. Check out the background, the trees in the background. Just see if that shape matches. That's gonna help you. That's gonna do the best.
Yeah, looking at the trees on both sides, I reckon she's walking towards the south.
Yeah,
and
So
she's just past halfway.
So, okay, so just let me clarify, because I've looked at other videos and this, to me, what I have found is this tree here on the left, the big tree here.
Could be reversed.
It could be
Well,
reversed.
hold on. Changing my
This-
mind. Just found a picture. We lied. She's walking north. I've got the exact tree.
I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, whatever. Whatever Quester says, I'm gonna go with that.
You're going to concur. So yeah, this tree for me was the designation of direction. So if you are walking north, this tree would be on your left. If you're coming back from the south end of the bridge where the BG video was taken and you're now coming back, this tree would be then on your right.
No.
Am I right? Yes.
No.
Oh shit.
Imagine you are standing at the north end taking this photo.
Yeah. That tree would be on your left.
On our left, on her right. Yeah.
It would be on her right. If she's standing at the north end of the bridge, looking to the south end of the bridge, that tree would be on her left.
She's looking to the north.
No. Okay. Oh my God.
Is this
Hold
flipped
on.
or is it not flipped?
Hold on. Let's figure this out. I have a video. And this is what I love about YouTube. And all of you people in the chat, we can critical think together, and you see us working this out together. We're just not coming on here telling you what we think. We're having real life conflicts that you are a part of and helping us decide what the hell we're talking about. Hold on. Let me see. Ugh.
I gotta clean my chicken coop in a minute, so like I'm gonna probably switch to
Girl,
mobile.
listen, you tell Trevor.
It's 50 degrees out. I have to do this.
Okay, if you're 30 minutes late, who's going to dock your pay?
Trevor.
Yeah.
I do have something I would like to share afterward, though, because I did overlay a certain car onto a certain picture of a certain car.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. Give me just a second. Let me find it.
Right.
Here we go.
She is standing just short of.
I don't know if you guys
platform
can see
no, that's
perspective
not it.
wise
That's not it. That's
from
not
up here.
it. I'm looking for beyond the south end of the bridge. Hold on. Quester? Hold on.
Like, girl, I can still contribute. I'm just gonna be shoveling chicken poop.
Just that tree which found says that she's walking north, and she's just short of platform 4.
Hold on. Killing me.
To the left of him, right?
Okay.
The white tree on the left.
Help
I'm
me.
gonna try to go as far as I can here. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh man. Oh shit. Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Sorry. I'm trying to silence him.
If you hit the mute button,
Okay.
that usually works.
There, I did. Yeah. Hold on. So these trees here, he's walking towards the south. He's starting at the north end of the bridge and he's walking towards the south. So these trees on the left-hand side are the ones that we have to choose from in the picture of Shelby Duncan. And I feel like these trees right here past the third platform.
It's not up if you're trying to see stuff, if you're trying to point to something.
Huh?
There's no visual if you are trying to point to something.
God damn it.
It's okay. We didn't want you to have to keep going and look funny.
Really? No, I think you enjoy me looking stupid.
Are you serious?
Can you see it now?
I see it. Oh, I can see your pointer too, so that's even better.
Good. So this
Not that
tree
one.
or this group of
That lot.
trees.
That group of trees, I reckon it is. Yeah.
So he's walking south. He's going towards the south end of the bridge. This is the third platform right here.
Okay. Yep. No, I see it. I see it too. I completely agree now.
Shelby Duncan in that photograph is walking towards the north end of the bridge.
No, I agree. I think what I was looking at might have been just the shadows.
These images right here would be great to compare to the 2008 photo that we have.
Well, Indie Cindy shared with me and you guys some photos of the bridge after that end was kind of closed down. And I thought they were really interesting because those trees grew a lot.
Look at that photo. That's a great photo right there.
Pause.
That's a great photograph.
Screenshot it. There we go.
I am. I'm going to screenshot it right now. And the thing is that
You see the furthest white tree on the left?
The what?
On the left, those white trees, there's 4 of them.
Uh-huh.
The fourth one.
2, 3, 4. Yes.
The 4th one is the one she's near.
So Quester, do you agree that she's walking towards the north?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see where so in relation to the platform, especially. So what I like to do is also look at the wood planks. If you go to hers.
This one, the one we can see here would be platform 3.
If you go to hers, you can see the platform in the corner. If you go to her image.
So if
and
I
that
go
one
back,
you can just see in the back. The one you can see in the background is platform 4.
Yeah, but you can kind of see one in the foreground.
That's platform 3.
I thought that was pretty good because one thing that does stay pretty decently consistent is the length of these. Okay, so let's look at the.
Just in the corner, you can see platform 3.
The grain
bottom
of the
right.
wood here. Too.
yes, in the very front corner. Oh, in the very front corner here, at the very bottom of the picture on the right, you can see the beginnings of the platform 3.
Yeah.
So she's heading back north, which is fine. It doesn't change my game plan at all. But what does is shit like this. Cheyenne Mishka Holguin. Cheyenne Holguin is her maiden name. And I know that she was called to testify, and I know that everybody has beat this story like a dead horse. But there are things in this story that if you don't know the depths of the relationships and the connections, it just falls on deaf ears. But let me just walk you through it. So, Cheyenne Mishka Holguin. But the time frame wouldn't be right. If the girl's last snap was at 2:07, think about this. If the last snap of Abby and Libby was posted at 2:07, my friend showed up around 2:30. Let that sink in. My friend showed up around 2:30, while I showed up around 2:45, 2:50. we would have seen someone. Okay. Then she says, after I got out of my car and was already walking towards the bridge, I had a missed phone call from a telemarketer around 2:50. Okay. Cheyenne Mishka Holgan says again, I didn't ever go public. I posted the pictures of the bridge after I left before the girls were considered missing. That's why I never released the name of my friend who I was with or the other two who were at the bridge before me, because I'm saving them from the backlash and drama that came along with it. I'm not pissing anyone off. I'm just stating facts. That's great, Cheyenne.
The other two who were at the bridge before me.
You're super smart. But here's her trial testimony. Mr. Rosie, thank you. I think I was asking you about your morning. Just tell the jury kind of how you started your day on February 13th, 2017. My best friend and I went hiking at France Park. And then after we did a loop around the lake, it was warm out that day. So we were like, let's go on another walk. And I asked her if she had ever been to the Monon High Bridge. And she said no, she has not. So we hit the High Bridge after leaving France Park. Okay. So her and her friend, her best friend, got up that morning and went to France Park, walked a loop around the lake, and then her friend confirmed she had never been to the High Bridge. So Cheyenne suggested they go to the High Bridge, and so off they went. So who is the my friend that showed up around 2:30 while I showed up around 2:45, 2:50? We would have seen someone. Who the fuck is that? Because nothing about her testimony and nothing about her description of the morning of February 13th when they went to France Park indicated that they drove separately. And if they did drive separately, wouldn't the one who had never been to the Monon High Bridge been the one to follow Cheyenne in her car? So who showed up before Cheyenne got there? Okay, Rosie says. Answer. We took the Hoosier Heartland and we went out that way. All right. For those of us that, jurors that may not be around from around here, where is France Park? France Park would be east of Delphi, east of Monticello. I would say about a half hour from Monticello, about 15, 20 minutes from Delphi. Okay, so it's kind of in that direction, right? Yeah. Closer to Logansport? Yes. All right, and so are the trails there as well? Approximately what time you may have left there and where you went after that. I'm not for sure exactly what time that I left there, but I do know, I don't have my notes, so I'm a little, I showed up to the trail about 2:50-ish. High or Monon Trail. Okay, so we're talking about 2:50 in the afternoon, right? Correct. Yes. Okay. And do you know, or can you tell the jury where you believe you parked that day? I parked in the grass. I'm not exactly sure which way I was facing, but there used to be a trailhead marker, and there was about 2 parking spots there, which were already taken. So I pulled up in the grass by the parking spot. So parking spots already taken. She had a friend show up there before her, but her and the friend that she was with, her best friend, AKA Shelby Duncan, left France Park and headed to Highbridge. And the reason this is a problem is because we get into this. Answer, can I please? Yeah, for that one. I'm not exactly sure where they showed up to my house. I think it was in 2023. I did not have a date for that, but it would have been, I'm assuming, 2023. So look, my presentations are in detail, but if you want to fact check me, pull up Cheyenne's testimony. And I'm telling you that this is in reference to the FBI showing up at Cheyenne's house in 2023. Mind you, in 2023, Rick Allen is already sitting in the Westville fucking prison being accused of murdering 2 little girls. And here we are with them showing up at a witness who came forward back the week of 2017, February 13th, and being questioned about who she was with. Is it important? Hell yes. I do not have a date for that, but it would have been, I'm assuming, 2023. All right. And what was the nature of that contact? Well, the officer showed up to my house with a picture of Shelby Duncan on the bridge that day. Let me remind you. Shelby Duncan, a picture of Shelby Duncan on the bridge that day. Where is it? I didn't delete it, did I? Shelby Duncan, right here, on the bridge that day between 2:50 and 4 o'clock. Shelby Duncan on the bridge that day.
So, Amy's gone. It's our stream now. Everyone, taking over. The stream is now about chickens.
No, we're not doing chickens.
Gosh darn it.
Okay, wait. Why did all of my preloads go away?
While you do that, can I share my screen so I can show something that I was doing?
Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome. Let's do it. Oh, wait, where's present? Share screen, children. Where are we going to share the screen? We break it down case by case. All right, you can share my screen. I've got something interesting to show people. It will take but 2 seconds. If Amy permits me to share my screen.
No, I'm here. I'm trying to share it. It's not letting me.
There we go. All right, kids, ladies, gentlemen, horses, dogs, cats. This is the video of quote unquote Rick Allen's car. I present to you our friend, the Prius V.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's what I wanted you to say. It's exactly. So there's a few things I can see that I don't like, but I mean, you can see why am I pointing again? I'm pointing again. I know you can't see it. Yeah, just tell me what you guys think.
That's not the Ford Focus. Whoa.
That's a Prius V.
Leave it there. Hold on. Leave it there. Let me screenshot that. Are you fucking kidding me?
I was gonna create like a little video of it for you, but this works too.
No, you can do that too, but I want to still shot that bitch right now.
I think Amy's taken over the swear words from you, Funky.
I am. Today I am. Listen, I had a bad day. I had a bad
Yeah, she can deserve it.
I went to the doctor. I've had all kinds of things prodded, stuck, done. I've had a bad day. What?
Don't want to get the stream fucked up, okay?
Huh?
We don't.
Okay, I'm taking this off because it's frustrating me.
Oh, just look at this though. Isn't this cool? Woo, woo. Anyways, that's what I was doing while Amy was talking, and I gotta start changing a little bit so I can go do that. But I'm still here.
I want you. Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you take the right here, this color right here? Can you make it black?
This?
Yes.
Probably do that. Is that color? Wait, I don't want to go to fusion. I want to. Let's see if we can play with the colors. What's that? Oh, sorry, that was the wrong thing. Ooh, let's make it darker. See?
Ooh.
We're gonna make it darker. Maybe a little bit. Actually, you know what we can do? We can probably turn down the saturation. That'll help. Oh wait, why is that going up? Okay, if we turn.
Oh. Yeah, that is. I love you, fungi.
Sometimes.
No, I think I love you all the time.
Cool. This is why she keeps me around, guys. I just want you guys to know this. I'm just going to turn off the saturation on it so that we can just kind of like.
No, look at that. That is freaking amazing. That is, let's just take this and slam dunk it on Rick Allen's car. It's not the same car. It's just not.
All right, guys. I'm going to go back to the thingy so that we can. I mean, there's some things where it doesn't line up perfectly, but it's just the angle's kind of weird. So I had to adjust the pitch and the yaw a little bit, as you can see right here. You guys can see all my settings. So I'm trying to be as completely as transparent as possible here.
Well, remember that this camera took that image way out of its range and could quite easily have threatened the image.
Yeah, I got another one that I did too. 1 second. This one, it's similar to the. It's not as perfect because this one's like a straight on profile. So I was trying that with the other ones while you were doing this, but I like this one better. So, yeah.
Good work. And guys, I'm sorry if what we're doing here is repetitive.
Sporadic.
I personally, based on the fact that I don't have the time, I don't watch all of the people all the time that I admire. I admire so many people. All Eyes, you're one of them. Even though we don't agree all the time, I admire you. I wish I was as organized as you, but don't ever think that we're trying to outdo or reproduce or recreate somebody else's work. We are Quester, Fungi, and I just kind of roll with what we have and we go from there. I don't personally spend any time watching other creators.
Same.
I'm doing the best that I can do to work a job and do this. So
I'm trying to get those other images.
You know what is so frustrating is that
everything.
No, what's really frustrating for me is that I work in a corporate place, and I sit in a break room like 3 times a day, and I listen to people talk. And I'm so taken back and so shocked by the shallowness of the unawareness of reality that we're living in right now. And I have really considered starting a second channel to just encompass the treacherous foundation of where we are as a society. And I say that because for those of you who don't know me, here, let me just drop a bombshell. Let me just drop a whole fucking bombshell.
Oh,
I was married. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I don't think I've ever done this, but I think it's time.
Didn't give too much information about yourself.
Huh?
Didn't give too much information about yourself, considering what you're going to be talking about soon.
Well, no, it's not it's not like digits. It's not like location. This is about my life. I was married for 23 years and I have 3 kids. That was a result of my marriage. And my 3 kids are biracial. So when people have a conversation or an argument socially online about people being targeted or ICE or anything like that, I have a very like heart-pounding response to those type of conversations. My 3 children were raised in, and this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy in the day and age that we're living in, when race, DEI, all of it has become a huge factor in the way that we live. When I was a younger woman and I got married, I was ostracized from my family for about 2 years. And then my family came around, and my children were raised in an amazing environment. They race, color, creed, nothing. And it's crazy where I'm at right now looking back. But my kids grew up in an amazing atmosphere. And my oldest daughter right now is struggling with all of these different unnorms to her life, where she was a biracial child, straight A student, homecoming queen, varsity cheerleader, competitive cheerleader, went off, had scholarships, earned 2 degrees, the most beautiful person in the world. And now she's home and she's raising a family of her own. And she's in a worse predicament than what I was when I had her. And I do not know how to justify that to her. I don't even know what got me on this subject, but I am so frustrated with where we are in a society. Fungi, what are you doing? Fungi, she's muted. Quester is
I was
muted.
bringing over the other pictures so we could see it. We could compare them a little.
I just went on a whole tirade of.
You know, I don't talk about politics. It's just my thing. I'm not.
Well,
I just.
My kids. I don't look at my kids as though they're politics.
No. I just don't talk about current events because then it gets me going. I can't. You can keep talking. I support you. You know.
It's, you know what? It's not a matter of support. It's a matter of realism. It's a matter of humanity.
No,
like,
I get it.
I look at everybody, like I have neighbors 2 doors down who their entire lives have been uprooted. Like, I have watched their kids grow up in this neighborhood. They have rode their tricycles up and down the sidewalk. They have decorated their house. Like, these are Mexicans, God fucking forbid, Mexicans. At every holiday that this country celebrates, they have decorated their house. This entire neighborhood has anticipated the celebration that that household is going to provide. Fireworks, bonfires, music, lights, camera, action. And then we find out when they go to the court for an update, just to continue the process of becoming legal, they're arrested and taken into custody and put in what I consider a fucking concentration camp. And the wife and the kids are left here. And we have now a for sale sign in the front yard and a quarter of their belongings out on the curb. I'm sorry. I'm fucking pissed. Pissed.
I mean, I hope that my lack of talking doesn't make you think it's uncaring. I just, you know my own reasons why I don't. It gets me sad.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know where you're from, and I know who your biological parents are,
and it gets me really sad. And I just, it's easier.
And the thing is that makes me want to speak out even more, because I have biological grandparents who were involved in. I have a great grandfather who was a Nazi, and I have a grandfather who came over here from Germany. So I learned the hard way or the real way, but however you want to describe it is how I learned. And
let's put it this way. I have an entire separate Twitter account for when I get political. So it's not that I'm not, I just try to compartmentalize it.
Mother of Dragons just basically repeated my anthem. I have no place in my life or heart for racism.
Yeah.
My family is a beautiful rainbow full of colors, and I am proud of it. Girl, that is my anthem. Nobody can match the diversity that I have in my family and the accomplishments that my family, regardless of color, race, or creed, can touch, period. Absolutely. Mother of Dragons, thank you for that. And I'm right there with you. Hook, line, and sinker. Okay, so where are we at now? Because I still have a whole shitload of a goddamn presentation to go over.
You can still do it. I'm probably gonna go get dressed so I can go. Oh,
so,
but yeah, here I did this, so now you guys can see it over the other images that I did.
That's not a Ford Focus. That's not a Ford Focus. That's not.
Oh, shoot, my bad. It's okay. Can't screw up anything that I can't unscrew up. Yeah, and when I get frustrated, I like to go outside and hang out with my chickens because people suck. I mean, I love you all, but I don't think of you guys as people. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no, this didn't get political. We live in a political society. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Okay, guys. It's
we can't pretend that we don't, but we are. We're living in a political society, and up until about 4 years ago, I wanted nothing to do with politics. But when I spent, and for those of you who don't know me, on my personal Facebook page for years prior to my YouTube channel, I researched Project 2025. And I made it very clear what was happening, what was going to happen, and no one wanted to believe it. And here we are. And you can look back and see that everything that I said, everything that I put out is true, starting with the demolish of the Department of Education.
I'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay.
Excuse me. Sorry.
So, anywho, so let's get back to the Delphi case. Starting here, we have Cheyenne on the bridge. And at trial, well, we have Cheyenne on the bridge and Cheyenne saying prior to, my friend showed up around 2:30. Well, if her friend was with her at France Park and the two of them, if the two of them left together, because she didn't say, I gave my friend directions or I told her how to get there and she beat me there, that didn't apply. She said her and her friend left France Park. But here she says, this is back in 2017, not what was testified to at trial. She said, my friend showed up around 2:30, while I showed up around 2:45, 2:50. We would have seen someone. Yeah, probably. That doesn't mean that you're willing to tell who you saw. So again, back to the beginning. I think I was asking you about your morning. Just tell the jury kind of how you started out your day on February 13th. My best friend and I went hiking at France Park. And then after we did a loop around the lake, it was warm out that day. So we were like, let's go on another walk. And I asked her if she had ever been to the High Bridge. And she said, no, she has not. So we hit the High Bridge after leaving France Park. Okay. We took the Hoosier Heartland and went out that way. All right. For those of us that jurors that may not be around from around here, where is France Park? France Park would be east of Delphi and east of Monticello. I would say about a half hour from Monticello, about 15, 20 minutes from Delphi. Okay, so it's kind of in that direction, right? Yeah. Closer to Logansport? Yes. All right. And so are the trails there as well? Yeah. Approximately what time you may have left there and where you went after that? Answer. I'm not sure exactly what time that I left there, but I do know I don't have my notes. So now I showed up on the trail about 2:50-ish. Does she really need her notes to tell her what the hell she did that day? She went to France Park with her best friend. They walked around the lake. Then they went to the Monon High Bridge. Why is she acting like she can't speak without her handwritten notes that she mapped out for herself for this testimony? That's irritating to me. I don't have my notes, so I'm a little, I showed up at the trail around 2:50-ish, High or Monon Trail. Okay. And so you're talking about 2:50 in the afternoon, right? Correct. Yeah. Question. Okay. And do you know, or can you tell the jury where you believe you parked that day? I parked in the grass. I'm not exactly for sure which way I was facing, but there used to be a trailhead marker, and there was about 2 parking spots there, which were already taken. So I pulled up in the grass by the parking spot. So at this point, she's claiming that both parking spots at the Mears Trail is taken up. Now, let's back up and remember who was supposed to have parked there. Betsy Blair. And then after Betsy Blair, who else should have been parked there? David McCain. So, as we keep going with Cheyenne's testimony, can I please, yes, for that one? I'm not exactly sure when they showed up to my house. Now, we're skipping in the testimony about after she communicated with law enforcement, they didn't really pay her any mind. Now, in 2023, after Rick Allen is already in prison, now they're going to show up and question Cheyenne in 2023. Can I please, yes, for that one? I'm not exactly sure when they showed up to my house. I think it was 2023. I do not have a date for that, but it would have been, I'm assuming, 2023. All right. And what was the nature of that contact? The officer showed up to my house with a picture of Shelby Duncan on the bridge that day, which I don't have, but somehow they had it and they thought it was a different person. They asked if it was Cheryl Loeffler, which was my sister-in-law at the time. And I said, no. And the officer was like, okay, so who is it? And I said, it is Shelby Duncan. And they said, the man? He said, so it's Shelby Hicks, correct? I said, no, it's Shelby Duncan. And I was leaving outside. I already had my car started. I had my 2-year-old in my hand and I was ready to leave. And he, one last time before he got in the car, he said, is this Shelby Hicks? I said, no, it's Shelby Duncan. And he said, okay. What the fuck? And why does it matter? Why are they asking Cheyenne about who Cheryl Loeffler is? Could it be? Should it be? Or can we consider that prior to this case coming to a head, in the early days, that Cheyenne said she was out there with not only Shelby Hicks, but other friends, including Cheryl Loeffler. And we can believe that because it says, my friend showed up around 2:30, while I showed up around 2:45, 2:50. Well, the friend that she was with, Shelby Duncan, was with her at France Park. Let's not forget the testimony. They went to France Park together. There's no indication in any of this testimony that Shelby Duncan drove separately. And if Shelby Duncan had never been to the High Bridge, how would Shelby Duncan have drove separately and arrived at the High Bridge before Cheyenne if she had never been there before? Wouldn't the society norm say that Cheyenne would have led the way and Shelby Duncan would have followed her? But if that's the case, still, my friend showed up around 2:30. Well, I showed up around 2:45, 2:50. So who the fuck was this friend? Well, we're going to get into that. Today, we are just scraping the scales of the fish because we have reason to believe that Cheryl Loeffler was said to have been out there with Cheyenne and Shelby Duncan and Shelby Hicks. Let's go back to the testimony. Can I please? Yes, for that one. I'm not exactly sure when they showed up to my house. I think it was 2023. And I did not have a date for that, but it would have been, I'm assuming, 2023. All right. And what about the nature of that contact? The officer showed up at my house with a picture of Shelby Duncan on the bridge that day, which I don't have, but somehow they had it and they thought it was a different person. They asked if it was Cheryl Loeffler, which was my sister-in-law at the time. And I said no. Just recapping. Well, okay. Put Cheryl Loeffler on the shelf and let's take a picture of this. Let's not forget these pictures. We have Cheyenne's photograph on the right-hand side. And we have a different picture that was separated from the Cheyenne picture on the left. It says two different pictures, both dated the same day. But then down here at the bottom, it says Faith Inman. And we had a very distinctive conversation on a live about Faith Inman. And multiple people, including people from Delphi, Indiana, said Faith Inman is an acronym for Faith in Men. So some people believed that Faith in Man was just posted here. But got gaps here. Hold on. Oh, shit. I don't think something's converted over. Hang it on. Hang it on. Hang it on. Oh my God, I can't find it. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Fungi and Quester, you need to unmute yourself while I look for this picture.
Which picture are you looking for?
I'm looking for the mugshot of a Faith Inman.
Hello, sorry.
Mugshot of Faith in Man.
I have
I think
it.
I've got one there.
No, I do. I have it.
Do you want me to share my camera and just
show everyone the chickens while you're doing that so that
No,
I don't know.
No. I had
Always going to pull.
I had pulled all of this into my yeah.
Come on out.
Oh shit. You know what I did? I didn't save it. That's what I didn't do. Save
What do you
it.
think?
Hold on. I put all of these things in my PowerPoint and then didn't save it. I uploaded it before everything was saved. So let me just bring it back in.
So I'm not sure what to say, but I'm filling the gaps here. That's weird looking.
It's still not bringing everything in. Holy shit. No, keep going.
I mean, Quester, do you have things that you can say here that would be productive?
Not really. Not at this stage. For this, no.
I hate you guys.
I have chickens here. I mean, you know where my head is.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. No, I have a flipping massive thing here. Hold on.
I'll send you a picture, Amy, that might help you with what you were doing.
Mm-mm. No, I have about 20 extra pages that I added to my presentation that appears to have not saved into the presentation. I'm uploading the new one now because I went back and saved it. What were you going to send me? Sorry.
I've sent you a picture. Remember we were talking about those, yeah, and you just put them up. Those split photographs of Cheyenne, their feet, their legs, the katana. Yeah?
Yeah, where'd you send those to? Facebook?
Messenger. It's I found the complete picture.
Yeah, I think I have. Okay. I think I have those, but I'm going to pull them in now. I think I have those in the, hold on, please, God, tell me I have it in here. I do. Here it is. So first of all, Quester, I think I have those same images in here. These are the images that were added into my PowerPoint that didn't load earlier. But we're going to talk about Abby and Kelsey's Converse. And you have Abby's Converse with black tongue, and you have Kelsey's with the white tongue. Yet Abby's tongue in the bridge photo is white. Explain that. This picture right here, this is where we are, oh God. So we have Cheyenne and Shelby on the high bridge between 2:50 and 4 p.m. Why does anyone care? Why does it matter? Let's take a look here. Occupants in 2017 at 6046, or I'm sorry, it's actually, Jesus Christ, I fucked that up too. 6045 and 6047 Hodges Drive. We have Kay Dowdy. I'm not going to give her full name. Kay Dowdy has a baby with Jack Ingalls. And she told me in writing that I have that the Palladinos were involved and that they ran off to California after the crime. Jack Ingalls is the father of the child with Kay Dowdy. Jack Ingalls also has a baby with Cheryl Loeffler. The other Kay Dowdy, because there's two, they're sisters. We have a Kay Dowdy 1 and a Kay Dowdy 2. Kay Dowdy 2 says her mother dated Mark Palladino, and that Mark Palladino was involved with the Delphi murders. Then you have Mark Palladino and you have Talitha Beckley, which are they are a diehard couple. No matter what's transpired, those two have stuck together thick and thin. They've been arrested together. They've gone down together. Jason Palladino and Sheena Cottrell, they're a couple. Sheena Cottrell has provided multiple confessions about the Delphi murders. So Cheryl Loeffler is an extra name that we've heard, but no one has ever really dissected the reference or the importance of her. Cheryl Loeffler was reported by multiple sources of being out on the bridge that day through social media with Cheyenne. Tina Rodell also stated publicly that Cheryl was there. And if you don't believe this, then why in 2023 would, after Rick Allen was already in Westville, why would law enforcement show up and inquire about this photo and ask, is this Cheryl Loeffler? This goes back to Cheyenne's original statement on social media. My friend showed up around 2:30, while I showed up around 2:45. If Cheyenne showed up around 2:45, she would have had her friend Shelby Duncan, this chick right here, with her, because they had just left France Park. But Cheyenne, in the early days in 2017, had said that she was out there with Cheryl, her AKA sister-in-law. My friend showed up around 2:30, while I showed up around 2:45, 2:50. Cheryl Loeffler had a baby by Jack Ingalls. Jack Ingalls and Chase Ingalls were brothers. They're both right here. And if you look over here to the left, you're going to see that Cheyenne and Chase Ingalls were married, and were going through the process of a divorce or an annulment at the time in February of 2017. So Cheyenne Ingalls in February of 2017 would have considered Cheyenne a sister-in-law because Cheyenne had a baby by her husband's brother, Jack.
You mean Cheryl Ingalls or Cheryl Loeffler?
Cheryl Loeffler, yeah. Cheyenne would have considered Cheryl a sister-in-law. Cheyenne was married to Chase Ingalls. Over here on the right-hand side, married to Cheyenne. It's right here in the My Case documents. Cheyenne Ingalls versus Chase Ingalls. They were going through a divorce. It was filed in October of 2016, and it was decided and granted in March of 2017, a month after the murders. However, Jack Ingalls, this guy right here, Jack Ingalls, was living with a KD. I'm not going to give her name, but him and a girl were living at the Palladino compound in February of 2017. He also had a child previous to this relationship with Cheryl Loeffler, which is who Cheyenne considered a sister-in-law. Call me crazy, call me stupid, but it is right here in black and white. You just have to know how to connect the dots. But Jack Ingalls in 2017 was living at 6045 and 6047 Hodges Drive with his girlfriend with the initials of KD. They had a child. However, Jack Ingalls had a child before his relationship with KD, and that was with Cheryl Loeffler. Why does it matter? Well, we have Cheyenne on the bridge in some fucked up jeans and a pair of shoes. And then we have a separate picture of who you would think, based on Cheyenne's testimony, would be Shelby Duncan. Her best friend, they went out to the High Bridge together. Shelby Duncan had never been there. They had been to France Park. They showed up together. However, we have this picture that was separated into two different pictures, and then we put them back together. And Quester aligned the grooves in the wood, and it clearly lines up to prove that we have two different people stepping on a platform, but it's the same picture. Both on February 13th with a katana sword in the foreground up here at the top. But then we have this name down here, Faith Inman. Is she fake? We're not sure. Is this a real person?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that she's a real person.
Why would her name be tagged on the photo? I know that some people suggested that it was an acronym for faith in men, faith in man. Or are we talking about a person?
There's an Inman family there. That's and I'm pretty sure I've seen Faith Inman in one of the yearbooks.
So if we are to believe what our lying eyes don't say, we have Cheyenne saying, my friend showed up around 2:30, while I showed up around 2:45, 2:50. Well, she was with Shelby Duncan at France Park. There is nothing to indicate that the two of them drove separate. And if Shelby Duncan had never been to the High Bridge, why would Shelby Duncan drive her own car and arrive before Cheyenne? So who is this friend who showed up around 2:30? And why would Cheyenne tell people back in 2017 that she saw her sister-in-law on the bridge when she got there, which was Cheryl Loeffler? Yet we have this name, Cheyenne Faith Inman, who we believe is a real person. So now we are looking at not just Cheyenne, Shelby Duncan, Faith Inman, but also Cheryl Loeffler. That's 4 people on the bridge at this time. And we've only heard from Cheyenne. Because despite what you believe, she doesn't pretend to be there with Shelby Hicks and Daniel Pearson. They are 2 people who were already there on the bridge, on the platform, when she arrived. Faith Inman. Is she real or is she fake? Fudge. So I'm just going to read. Fuck it. I'm just going to read this. I know I put this out over a year ago. I have a screenshot of me putting it out over a year ago, and who's who and who's being accused. And I know for a fact that Mark Palladino and I know for a fact CJ Palladino both have been buccal swabbed for DNA. We don't know when it was tested, if it was tested, how it was tested, or anything. But what we do know is that Sue Cottrell, date of birth, 5/28/1955, telephone number, blah, 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 blah. These numbers are no longer any good. Cottrell was speaking with Anita Ricci about her boyfriend's daughter, Sheena Dillon. Do you guys need to know who Sheena Dillon is?
If you want, I can add a little bit about someone who lives nearby that might be relevant. The Penningtons.
No, I have a picture of Sheena Dillon.
Okay, we'll say that for next time, I guess.
I went over all of this a year ago on Delphi Underground. And I don't know if I made it too complicated or what. Hold on. There's Sheena Dillon, AKA Sheena Cottrell. So this is Sheena Dillon. Cottrell was speaking with Anita Ritchie about her boyfriend's daughter, Sheena Dillon. Date of birth, 10/22/1985, stating Dillon spoke of information regarding the Delphi double homicide. Dillon was living with Mark. Mark reportedly sold 100 pounds of crystal ice to Libby's father. That was outed over a year ago. Discussed it on Delphi Underground. This is not brand new. Libby's father never paid Mark the $100,000 he was owed for the crystal ice. Mark then hired his nephew, CJ, to kill Libby in retaliation to not being paid for the drugs. On the day of the Delphi murders, Dillon claimed Mark came home covered in blood and was wearing one glove but was missing the other. Mark took his clothes off and told Dillon to get rid of them. The clothes were burned. After this, Mark and CJ left and went to California, where they frequently went to pick up their drug supply. Dillon stated the suspect image on the Delphi double homicide picture was CJ Palladino. Mark at the time was living right outside of Monticello. So let me say this. I have been saying this for 2 years. Last year, I presented all of this to you and no one listened. However, this report, I feel, is not completely accurate because I do not believe Sheena Cottrell was dating Mark Palladino. I have confirmation that Mark Palladino throughout all of these years was dating Talitha Beckley. Sheena Cottrell was actually dating Jason Palladino. And Sheena Cottrell has not only made these statements, but she also made statements that she was there on scene when Abby and Libby were killed, and that CJ, Mark, and Jason all participated. I have all of these messages. Chris Kruk, I know you know. Yes, she was with Jason. Jason is the youngest. Mark is way older than Sheena Cottrell. So when you're talking about a narrative, I know that Nick McClellan has represented all of these people, CJ, Mark, Big Curtis, Jason, all of their associates as a defense attorney. And then Nick McClellan turns prosecutor. But the county is bringing in massive amount of money through drugs and possibly
Amy?
What?
Have we ever considered that maybe Nick McClellan's just a really good guy? He's just doing everyone a favor.
Is he? What?
Heavy layer of sarcasm there.
Yeah. No, but when you go back and you look at Nick McClellan's caseloads and all of the people that he's defended and all of the people, I mean, I'm sorry, but I can bring on, and the fucked up thing about it is the person that I could bring on who is dying to come on has a shit ton of information about Tippecanoe County and how things operated there. But it sounds very similar to how the things operated in Carroll County. You have public officials who are allowing the drugs, the CSAM trade, all of it to go on. And when you have an individual like Nick McClellan who was on the defense side of things for a long time and turning a blind eye to all of the corruption. He grew up with all these fucking people. Nick McClellan grew up with the Palladinos. He grew up, his brothers grew up. His brother, look at his brother. God damn, look at his dad, who's an arsonist. Look at all these people and their connections. And when, I mean, how many people do you think were celebrating when Nick McClellan took control of the prosecutor's office? I don't know if this is drug related completely, or if it's child pornography, or it's both. But it can be both, or it can be one or the other. But this, like, I need to go climb under a rock for safety, for calling these people out. But I'm telling you right now, these people have went for years untouched, yet involved in mass meth dealing. And when you're talking $100,000 that I reported on over a year ago, and both Mark and CJ, I don't know which one would have been bridge guy, but both of them fit the bill. And both of them, all of the Palladinos had connections to Derek Sherman. They had connections with younger adolescents who were in communication with Libby, who knew where Libby was going to be. And I have multiple sources who tell me that after this happened, they all up and dipped out to California. That's not a joke. That's not fabrication. That's what I've been told, and I have it in writing. So people can do with it what they want. Here we go. AKA Red. They call her Red. She's got red hair. That's her. Sheena Cottrell. Now, Sheena Dillon, because she's married. She might be divorced by now, but back then she was Sheena Cottrell, then went on to be Sheena Dillon. She says, so Red, AKA Sheena, was at my apartment and she was beyond high. Garrett and Ashley, my Ashley, was there too. And two other people, Blake and his boyfriend. Blake is a gay guy. Sheena was out of her mind going on about how she was there when CJ Palladino killed those girls. And she knows what all happened, etc. I, meaning Nick Edwards, I went to the cops with the information and they dismissed it because I was loaded at the time. There was never talk of a videotape unless Sheena told Garrett that. I never heard that. Furthermore, if I knew 100% who did that to them poor girls, I would go straight to the state police. I couldn't imagine it. If those were my children, it would break me. Garrett also implicated Jason Palladino to Delphi. So, Indy Cindy says Edwards went to Cali too. I don't know. I don't know who went to fucking Cali. I know that KD times 2, they're sisters. KD and KD, they both their first name starts with a K. Their last name both starts with a D. They both told me that they both believed that the Paladinos were involved, that they took off to California, and their mother jumped on the phone while I was on the phone with them and reiterated that she used to date Mark Palladino and that she had every reason to believe that Mark Palladino did this. So I don't know. I can also tell you that though the 3-girl story is a fact. There were 3 girls out there on the trail. And one of them claims they saw the same guy that Bree and Rayleigh saw. Now, what it boils down to is the time. Because if Rayleigh claims she saw this man entering the trail at 2:15, it's irrelevant. The BG video had already started to record and was over by 2:15. That's a fact. That's a goddamn fact. There's no arguing that. Yes, Kayla. Do they have anything to do with the KD is the bomb? Yes. Listen, go through my YouTube channel and go all the way back, and you're going to see a live that I did on the cryptic note that for 2 years, Ashley Garth was accused of writing that she didn't write. KD is the one sister. I had her on my channel, and she explains that, yes, I wrote that. I created that drawing. I left it at Jason Palladino's house. He took a picture of it, and he put it on his Facebook. Ashley Garth got blamed for it. It was a fucking doodle that meant nothing, and she explains it. KD is the bomb is on my YouTube channel. It's under the cryptic note. Look it up. If one of my mods wants to go find it and post it in the chat, I would be so grateful. Okay, Quester and Fungi, I have ran my mouth long enough.
Okay. What's next?
Hello. Yeah. Whew.
Kayla,
Beautiful.
Kayla, I don't know where you're getting those names from. You said it was Jamie, it was Herrera, it was Collins. That's not true. It was Herrera, it was Mata, and it was Collier.
Sorry, that's a goat. How we doing?
All eyes, I don't see in the trial transcript where Auger cleaned up the 215 thing. If you have that, please send it. I've looked through all the transcripts and I don't see anything where that was cleaned up. And if it was cleaned up, great. It still doesn't match the timeline.
Can you give us like a page number? That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Who were the 2 people Osbrook wants to depose? If I had to guess, one would be a witness who refuses to speak.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I had my mic on still.
Shibugi's asked, who are the two people Osbrook wants to depose? And I'm going to say one is a witness who reported seeing someone on 300 North at a different time than we have Muddy Bloody. The other one is somebody who was at the Monon High Bridge, who witnessed a whole bunch of different things that blows this case wide open, that has never been spoken to, and who was completely ignored, even though he went to law enforcement directly and called in tips. He's now been pinned down. He's now been interviewed. He's actually went out on the trails with an attorney on record and basically pointed out his memory, what he saw and where and how it took place. Those are the two people that I think that need to be interviewed or deposed. It's not the three girls, Shibugi. It's two different people completely. The problem is that we have so many things in this case. The legal realm of things really just, ties our hands behind our back. And it's as a YouTube creator, you can say, fuck it. I'm going to go balls to the walls and tell everything that I know. But that's only going to go so far. Because at some point, your sources, your information is going to run dry, and you're going to beat your head against a brick wall. You're going to beat your head against a brick wall. Or you can take the path of least resistance and communicate with people who have real insight and be given the opportunity to dissect certain things and provide the public with certain things that make things along this journey make sense. Because this is a journey for all of us. Getting to the truth for Rick Allen and what happened to Abby and Libby is a journey. And there are people out there, and I'm not even I'm not talking about Michael Osbrook. Michael Osbrook is not the end all be all. As much as people want to believe he is or throw him under the bus as such, I have multiple sources. There's other creators out here who have multiple sources. I have people who live in Delphi, who communicate with law enforcement, who have grown up with the Patties or know Anna Williams or were there during the search. So please stop acting like everything that comes from this speaker right here is from Osbrook, because it's not. There are multiple days where I find things out that I send him and he's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like Osbrook, and to keep it all the way 100, me and Osbrook don't really always get along. We see things differently. And so it's a love-hate relationship. I'm always right. He's always wrong. Flat out, period. Not really, but that's the way I see it. And I guarantee he sees it the opposite. But he's not bending over backwards to divulge information on this case.
Amy's not just saying that either. She does absolutely disagree with Osbrook on a lot of stuff.
A lot of things. I do. And
but
I'm
that's
sure
what makes us good, because we're getting all, we're trying to cover all our bases and trying to poke holes in each other's theories.
Yeah.
Might be worthwhile pointing out at this juncture something that Michael said in the last vault. about the flipping of selfies. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He questioned whether or who flipped those photographs of the girls in the car. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He also said that the pictures that we've got were supplied straight from the phone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, Michael confirmed that in the phone were flipped ones. Yes.
Yes.
Well, there's a little bit of a problem there. The Apple iPhones, since the iPhone 4, which came out in 2010, have had automatic flipping. The option to change that came in much later. Now, although there was a feature that allowed users to see a mirror image when they're taking the selfies, the important thing is that the final photo that was saved into the phone record has the correct orientation and always has done since 2010. Therefore, what should be on the phone should be pictures with the correct orientation. And those ones we've seen that were put in as evidence were the wrong way around, weren't they?
Quester,
Yeah. When
Yeah.
you say the wrong, when Quester says the wrong way around, it means they were posted online, flipped, which
What?
the way they
Quester,
were taken, they weren't flipped.
what if they
Well,
were
not
taken
just
via
that.
the Snapchat app? Like, would that have affected the settings at all?
No. The thing is, Michael said that these were taken from the phone for the evidence that was used in trial. Those were ones straight from the phone. And in that case, they should be in the correct orientation, which they were not. And the only way you can do that is if someone physically takes them off the phone and flips them. Now that's a bit concerning, isn't it?
It's concerning in the sense as to the why. But I think in the moment when the photos were posted,
No, I'm not putting it over properly. Scenario. You take a picture with your selfie. Yeah? A selfie picture.
So I take a picture that is, okay, so I take a selfie picture and I post it online.
Right. Don't worry about the posting online.
Okay.
You take that selfie picture.
Uh-huh.
Your camera will save that picture into its files in the correct orientation. It will not be, yeah?
Right.
Therefore, in your phone is a picture with the correct orientation, not the mirror image. Yeah?
Right.
Therefore, if you later take out the picture from your phone, it will be in the correct orientation.
Right.
Not flipped. Michael said that these pictures were taken out of the phone for the trial. Okay?
So, yes.
So those pictures should have been correct orientation,
Yes.
but they were not.
No,
They were
they're
mirrored,
not.
flipped.
They were flipped.
So how do you get from the picture in the phone that is correct orientation, how do you extract that and put into evidence a mirror image of it?
Okay, crazy far out theory here. What if you already took the picture? You're taking a picture of a picture, but it's in a mirror.
Huh?
Sorry?
You can put a mirror up to a picture that you've already taken. I don't know.
No, these girls were in a car taking pictures of themselves. I don't think there was any.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was that day or what. I don't know anything anymore, Amy.
I just feel like I feel like the pictures that were taken
Yeah.
were either flipped by the girls or they were flipped. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
That's where I am.
No, they were taken as a normal selfie.
Libby was not in the driver's seat.
The picture that's in the phone files must be correct orientation. The picture that was put into evidence was flipped. So irrespective of who was sitting where, what was going on or whatever, we have a contradiction in the evidence and what is being said. If those pictures came from the phone, they should be the correct orientation, but they're flipped. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, oh my God, because I have, hold on. I can't.
I get what you're saying,
pictures
Cluster.
we've been working on.
I just don't understand why. How it would end up like that.
The only way you can remove a picture from the phone file, which will be in its correct orientation, and then present it in a flipped version, is you flipping it after you've extracted it.
That's a good question. Did a copy machine or scanner flip the orientation, perhaps?
It shouldn't do.
I wouldn't think so.
What am I doing? Oh no.
And the other thing that we have to look at is, I mean, we've gotten into so many different things here, but when we're looking at Shelby Duncan on the bridge, and I'm trying to think, you got Sheena Dillon, but there are photographs that Cheyenne took at the south end of the bridge where we should have been able to see Daniel Pearson and Shelby Hicks in the foreground that are not there. There is so much that we have yet to dig into. And
we have quite a bit showing that photographs, pictures have been manipulated.
Yes.
Turned round, snipped short.
Time stamped incorrectly, or we've been lied to about the who, where, what, and when. When you look at these photographs that Cheyenne supposedly took with Cheyenne and supposedly Shelby Duncan, and then you've got a third person in there. You've got somebody carrying a katana sword, and then you throw in the Cheryl Loeffler story. I mean, we're talking about 4 people on the bridge versus 2. And this is all lost to us because it was never investigated correctly. Hey, Skip.
Yeah, it was all sort of pushed through very fast. The public weren't shown it until the trial was over.
Mm-hmm. A lot.
So you have to ask yourself, why would you not include the fact that 4 people were there and you pretend that the only couple are there? Just that's where it becomes kind of nefarious.
I could answer that in what one of the jurors said.
It becomes a problem. It becomes a problem when you're looking at all, like in my personal opinion, are we looking at a whole bunch of lookouts? All of
Well,
these
bear
people, all of these
bear in
people.
mind, one of the jurors said there was nobody else there. Who else could it be?
Right. And
Now that
exactly.
would give a reason why you don't want to show there was anybody else there, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. And not to mention, you've got this major drug dealer who shows up and everyone disperses. I'm sorry, but you have two little girls who were just hijacked off this bridge, supposedly taken down underneath the bridge, and we're still down there at 2:30 or ripped across the creek. And you've got all these people trekking back and forth on the bridge. And then her daddy shows up and all of these meth-induced people just disperse and no one saw or heard anything. Are we dealing with people who are there to be lookouts? Did people in the community, in the meth community, know something was going to go down as a revenge kill towards Derek German? And Derek German owed Mark Palladino $100,000? I don't know. But there's a lot of people on the bridge on a random fucking Monday who are all from the same area, who all have the same connections, who are
I think that it's worth proposing.
The next.
I think it's worth proposing that some of them could just have been kind of, I hate to use this word, but useful idiots. Like, I'm not saying all of them are idiots. I'm not saying that any of them were of use, but I'm saying like maybe they were told, here's where we're going to meet if you want to buy drugs or something like that at that spot at that time. I don't know. Maybe they had no idea. Maybe they were, I don't know, but still. I mean, because if they're up to something illicit, are you seriously going to actually say, oh yeah, I was there in this spot? You're going to probably not want people that know you were there. I mean, even if it wasn't, the actual murders. I mean, if you already are up to buying meth, I mean, we've seen how they punish people for buying meth there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a lot that doesn't add up. I mean, period. It doesn't add up. But we've been on here for over 3 hours. I gotta go.
One more thing. My thought is I just don't want to alienate these people in case someone does want to come forward. Like, we're not saying that you're part of it. Conclusively, we're not even saying that. We're just we just want to know if there was something up. We will keep your identity safe. We won't tell anyone who you are. When you just come forward, please. We aren't the cops. I know that, but there's a dude in prison.
Mm-hmm.
There's girls who need justice, and I know that you might be worried about getting a meth charge, but we will do everything we can to protect you from getting heat. Because if you do the right thing, good things should happen to you.
Well, we'll see. We're going to keep working. We're going to keep pushing. Love you guys. And we will see you next time. We'll see you on Sunday for episode 36. This was just a special edition.
Yeah. Love y'all. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Bye.